Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's just going off, Coolio's comment there. Anyways, last time we got Ron acquitted of burglary, but in doing so, we placed him at a murder scene. Go us. You know, I'm glad we found the urn and all, but poor Mr. Delight got arrested again. Well, supposedly, Mr. Delight was in the CEO's office when the murder occurred. No way, Jose! I don't buy it! But the one who proved Mr. Delight was there was Mr. Nick himself, at least from what I can understand. Yeah. Looks like you did too good of a job this time, Nick. Well, how about we get started looking into the KB security murder? I think I'm gonna head back to Korean Village for a little while, if that's alright. Sure, but why? I'm gonna bring the sacred urn back and have some people take a look at it. Oh, that's a good idea. I think I'll go with... No, Mystic Maya, you should stay here. I want you two to spend some special quality time together, full of love and happiness. Pearls is so caught up in her fantasy, she forgot there's a murder to solve. Now remember, no fighting, okay? Aw. She's gone. See ya, Pearl. Okay, Nick, time to get going on this murder investigation. So, what do we do now? Isn't it obvious we should get out there and investigate the murder? Well, first we need to find out exactly where KB Security is located. Hey, why don't we ask Miss Delight? She should know. Besides, I want to ask her some stuff about motorcycles. Motorcycles? You're not thinking of getting one, are you? I'm not the same little Maya who used to be happy with her dinky little bike, Nicky boy. Oh, is she, maybe she is a little jealous. Speaking of asking around, I got a few questions of my own for Mr. Delight. Okay, well, let's make sure to go to the detention center, too. You must be relieved we got the sacred urn back, huh? You bet. But there's still something a little different about it. Huh? Don't ellipses question mark at me. It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, take a look at this. Yeah. It clearly says I am on the urn in the poster. Yeah, it's the broken mess that that Pearl put back together in the last game. But oh, we don't have it. Oh, we don't have it anymore. We gave it to Pearl. But yeah, it looked like it was actually fixed for real. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it looks like it's actually it was put back together right this time. And as Coolio pointed out, was clearly used to murder a Danganronpa character. Plus, the vase has pink splotches on it now. Mm-hmm. I'm sure they weren't there before. Maya doesn't know, but 1 year ago when the urn was broken, the repairer accidentally turned Mystic Amy's name into I Am. Yeah, Pearly. And that repairer was one mechanically unskilled little Pearls. But still, I don't remember ever seeing pink splotches on it. Is it possible the urn is a fake? I'm sure Pearls will find out about that when she gets back to Korean Village. Yeah, I suppose. Now that I think about it, Maya hasn't been back to Crane Village in a long time. So I guess people still go to Crane Village to do their training, right? Yep. If you want to become a spirit medium, you'll need to undergo severe training. So why haven't you been trained lately, Maya? Well... lately I've been thinking of heading to a channeling dojo to do just that. Channeling dojo, huh? Sounds pretty serious. Whatever that is. If you're gonna train, you have to be serious. Otherwise, real tragedies can happen. Is what happened last year still bothering you? That murder in her village. It happened because the power of channeling was misused. When a medium uses the crane technique, she temporarily loses her own will. So when an especially strong spirit is summoned, the spirit medium can get taken over and even forced to commit terrible crimes. What's worse, in those cases, the spirit medium has no memory of what happened. That murder. It wasn't your fault, Maya. You know that, don't you? Yeah, it wasn't. And we proved that, actually. I suppose not, but I guess I'm still a bit shaken up, that's all. Sounds like being the master of Karain is gonna be a heavy responsibility. Let me see. Let's head here and talk to Desiree. Oh, Nicky boy, Maya. Ms. Delight. All I wanted to do was help my dear Ronnie. Yeah, but I guess it ended up hurting his case. Don't say that, Nick. She doesn't need your help beating herself up. Hey, Nicky boy, please, please help Ronnie. He's not a killer, I swear. My Ronnie wouldn't hurt a fly. Yeah, from the look of him, the fly would probably kill him first. Alright, I'll poke around and see what I can find out. Really? Are you serious? Oh, I'm so happy. I knew asking for your help was the right thing to do. I don't know what I can do to help anymore. I had no idea Miss Delight had a vulnerable side. Listen carefully, Nicky boy. My Ronnie would never ever kill anyone. It's just not in him. I don't think he would either, Nick. Yeah, but you gotta admit, he's got a bit of a temper to him. It's not that hard to imagine him snapping and screaming, "Please die!" He would never say that. Anyway, Miss Delight, he might not be a killer, but he's still going around saying that he's a thief. I already told you, that's just a fantasy for him. Miss Delight, I hate to say it, but you're the one living in the fantasy world. What? How dare you say that to me, Nicky boy? I know everything about my Ronnie. We don't have any secrets between us. Ronnie isn't the thieving type. He's so honest he wouldn't even sneak a nap. He's so honest he wouldn't even steal a glance. A thief. The very idea. I guess I just don't get it. Huh? Get what? I just can't understand how they can be so different and yet be such a happy couple. Well, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, they sure are different. Come on now, Nicky boy. It's not that mysterious, is it? It was love at first sight. For me, anyway. What? For you? So was it really love at first sight when you first met Mr. Delight? Well, maybe not at first sight, but Ronnie saved my life. He did, really. Saved your life? I was at work one day when two robbers suddenly rushed in. He's a sugar daddy. Maybe a little bit of that, too. Well, not the kind to just curl into a little ball in a corner, so I fought back. Robbers? Yes, they took me hostage. I was so frightened. They were both carrying these huge knives, and I broke down into tears. Yeah, I would too if I were in that situation. Oh, I think I get it. Did Mr. Delight come running to save you? Yeah, he did work as a security guard, right? Yes, exactly. I remember he looked so handsome in that guard uniform of his. He went right up to those two knife-wielding robbers and screamed in their faces. Please stop it! He screamed. I could see the robbers' faces turn pale. So he just shrieked at them until they gave up. That high-pitched shriek of his does have a surprisingly strong effect on people. Then, crying and swinging his arms like crazy, he attacked the two robbers. All by himself. He came to save me. A total stranger, all by himself. He was so scared he was crying and shaking, but he still risked his life for me. Well, that's good on him. I can't rip on him for that. Wow, that's a great story. Yes, he may not look like it, but in a tough situation, there's no one better. That's why I fell in love with him like I did. That's so romantic. I'd fall in love too, I guess. Nick, I hope you'll do the same for me if I ever get taken hostage. We already did in the last game. Have you forgotten that already, Maya? With Maya, that possibility always seems to loom in the not-so-distant future. I hate these kinds of people more than anything. You mean ace detectives? No, I'm fine with ace detectives. Oh, so you must mean thieves. No, they're alright too. I just hate thieves that pretend to be ace detectives. There's nothing I hate more than cowardly men. By the way, why did you go to Detective Atmy's office anyway? Well, as trial went on, I started to get more and more anxious. I went there to try and find out more about the real criminal. The real criminal? Yes, obviously, the real Mask to Mask isn't my Ronnie, right? Yeah. And Detective Atmy knew more about Mask to Mask than anyone else. They mentioned him on the Great People Around Town segment on TV. So then you went there to ask him some questions. That's right. I'll do whatever it takes to save my man. His secretary said the ace detective isn't in right now. But I forced my way past her and into his hideout. I wouldn't exactly call that office of his a hideout. That bag was sitting right there on top of the table. Yeah, we saw that bag there yesterday too. There's nothing lower than someone who would try and pin a crime on someone else. Mr. Light, do you know about KB Security? Don't be silly, of course I do. That's where my Ronnie works. So she thinks he still works there, huh? Yeah, they mentioned before that he worked there, past tense. So what, was he fired? Are they gonna try and claim that as Ron's motive? And yet, according to what we heard today, come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. Oh, he quit. He doesn't work there anymore. It looks like Miss Delight doesn't know. KB Security is only about 20 minutes away, by motorcycle. That is. Larry told me it takes 30 minutes by car. Well, I have to admit, I tend to fly pretty fast on my bike. To make it to KB Security that fast, are you sure you aren't literally flying? Bound to give you a ride sometime. Or better yet, how about now? No, I'll pass, thanks. Well, why don't you just tell us where it is and we'll go ourselves? What a scaredy cat you are, Nick. Mr. Light told us the location of KB Security. Okay, let's head over there right away, Nick. Alright, let's head on over. KB Security, CEO's office. So I guess this is where it all went down, huh? The walls in here look thick, just like you'd expect in a CEO's office. What's that got to do with anything? Hey, it's you guys! Hey, Dick. Oh, it's Detective Gumshoe. Today was a real train wreck for you guys, huh? Don't remind us. Sure was, pal. That prosecutor made real fools out of us. Yeah, I feel for you. Wow, it's not like you at all. I thought you'd be more like... Oh, that was great. You guys got what you deserve, pal. Oh, he's not... Oh, he's not a... He's not an asshole, though. Or something to that effect. Do I really sound like that to you, pal? If the gumshoe fits. Well, anyway. The point is, I can tell when someone puts their heart into their jobs. And I can sympathize when things don't go your way. Sometimes I feel like wrong is the only way things for us detectives. Wow, I had no idea Detective Gumshoe was such a nice guy. Now if this little love fest is over, maybe we can start investigating? Detective Gumshoe, tell us what you know about the murder. Okay, but the thing is, I'm really not supposed to. Has that ever stopped you before? Hey, come on, how about we put our hearts into our work? Things are really working against us right now, and we need help. Okay, I'll tell you. Just don't start crying on me, okay, pal? Okay, I won't cry on you, pal. The victim's name is Kane Bullard. He was CEO of KB Security, a pretty big fella in his own right. His corpse was discovered at 9 this morning. His estimated time of death was 1 in the morning on October 12th. Cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head, probably an object in this room. It happened at exactly the same time that Mask to Mask was stealing the urn, huh? So why did it take almost an entire day to discover the body? There's a good explanation for that one. Bullard's body was stashed away inside that safe. Oh, safe. Well, it is pretty big. Nobody heard from him, and when they opened the safe this morning, out he came. Oh, so the body fell out. That white string must be the shape from when he fell out. I see. I think we still need some more information about Mr. Billiard. Maybe you could start by getting the man's name right. So, what happened to Mask to Mask? He's at the detention center, screaming like a madman. Investigate me again! He keeps yelling. No, I didn't mean him. He's not the real thief anyway, right? Is he? Oh, you mean that detective at me? Oh, that was great. That guy got what he deserved. Now that's the detective I know and love. Think about it. Atme was always around when a calling card showed up. But he always mysteriously disappeared when the heist took place. I was hiding at the crime scene. Yeah, right. That's the lamest thing I've ever heard. That's how you just know he was the thief. That would explain how he was able to retrieve the stolen item he keeps bragging about. Yeah, he just did that to make himself look like a great detective, that's all. But there's this one thing I can't figure out about his first heist. Oh? His first heist? Yeah, the Tear of Emanon case. There was a witness in that one. There was? A witness? Here, I saved the newspaper clipping. Since the thief is already under arrest, you guys can keep it. Oh, thanks. What do we got? Hey, this guard here. Haven't I seen him somewhere before? Huh? It's pretty small, so it's kind of hard to see, but now that she mentions it... Wait, can we take another look at it? Article on Mask to Mask's first heist. Anyways. Oh, that prosecutor. I really don't like that guy. The way he used our own evidence to do that to Mr. Delight. Yeah, I think he did that way just because he knew it would hurt more. That's what my gut tells me anyway. So who is that Java-addicted masked maniac anyway? Prosecutor Godot? He's quite the enigma, huh? Thing is, pal, I never even heard of the guy before. He just showed up one day at the prosecutor's office. Came out of nowhere. That's right, he said this was his first case as a prosecutor. And it's true, according to the records anyway, but... No way he's an amateur. He's an Iceman in court. A maverick that gave me goosebumps. Goosebumps? You? Yeah, I knew something was off about him, so I asked around. Nobody would talk to me. They all just turned the other way. Oh? Do they know something the rest of us don't? Poor Detective Gumshoe, I had no idea you were so unpopular. Or was that it? No, that's not what I meant. That Godot guy acts like he knows me and has a grudge against me. I get the feeling he's hiding some kind of dark secret. Let's take a look around. This must be the CEO's desk. It's a lot simpler than I would have thought. Hey, that looks like a super soft chair. Let me try it out, just for a second. Oh, Maya. Oh, nice. I feel just like a CEO. Hey, you! Whip me up a cup of some really expensive import tea and some scones. Move it! Ah, this is the life. The victim sat in that chair just before he was brutally killed, you know. We have a, big red button. Ooh, there's a button here. Let's see. Don't push it, Maya. Don't. She's not. Don't. She pushed it. God damn it, Maya. Hey, cut it out. Don't press that. That was pretty funny. I never knew Detective Gumshoe could jump like that. What is that button anyways? It's an emergency buzzer. It says right there on the panel. Oops, you're right. It's written right there. Nick, how many times have I told you to read the instructions first? Maya, please. Oh my god. This alarm's connected to the basement guard room. It's used to summon security up here. Really? Then it's possible on the night of the crime. Huh, so when the CEO was attacked, do you think that maybe he pressed the buzzer? Yeah, I thought about that, so I asked around down there. But they said the buzzer never went off that night. Oh. Also, we couldn't find any fingerprints on the buzzer. Mr. Bullard, the victim, wasn't wearing any gloves, by the way, just so you know. I think we better go and talk to that guard about the emergency buzzer. Those look like some kind of bookshelf rolling cabinet hybrid. I can't get between these two shelves. Don't strain yourself trying. Looks like the shelves are controlled by a special panel. Yeah, I see it there. So I guess it's one shelf at a time, huh? Looks like they're filled with bunches of files. Yeah, files filled with data about security jobs they were hired to handle. It'd be a good night's reading, if you got insomnia. I was hoping for something a bit more exciting, like UFOs or something. Ew, think about it. A dead guy was laying here all night. Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't bother asking about fingerprints. There were none. Well, somebody opened the safe on the night of the crime, right? Yeah, and so? Well, if Mr. Buller's body was hidden in here, it must mean it was opened by either the killer or the victim, right? Right. They would have had to have known the combination. Yeah, I guess so. I got some bad news for you, pal. Are you ready? Okay, shoot. Opening this baby's no piece of cake. There are only a few people who know how to open the safe, pal. Yeah, and? Everyone that knows how to open the safe had airtight alibis. I checked. Everyone except one, that is. I'm almost afraid to ask. Former security chief, Ron Delight. Oh boy. What? Ron Delight? He was a security chief? Ron, so he knew how to open the safe, huh? Yeah, sorry for raining on your parade there, pal. No clues here. This rope. You think it fell out of the safe when it was opened? I don't think so. So you mean... Yeah, I think this string shows where and how the corpse was lying. You mean... the victim? He was killed by being crushed by the safe door? She can't be serious, can she? Let's see. Wow, look at that huge framed photo. Tall mountains rising majestically against a dark and cloudy sky. There's a title written at the bottom of the photo. The greatest sunrise of my life. This is it? This was his best sunrise? Either this guy didn't get out enough, or he had really rotten luck with the weather. Maybe if he lived a little longer, he would have seen some better days. Check out this big, thick binder here. Leave the heavy lifting to me, Nick. Reading a file isn't exactly backbreaking work, just a little hard on the eyes. Oh! What'd you find out, Nick? This file. It's not about any sort of security operations or anything. This huge file is all about Mask to Mask. It's filled with info on him. What? What kind of info? It's filled with incredibly detailed information about his methods and crime scenes. Hey, Nick, look at the last page. It's a list. Let's see. Tier of Eminon, $100,000. Looks like a list of all the treasures that Mask to Mask stole. So then, $100,000 is the value of the stolen item? I don't know. That number sounds kind of low to me. I think I better secretly make a copy of this list. Tier of Eminem. Will the real Mask to Mask please stand up? Tier of Eminon, Jewel, $100,000. Crown of Bongura, Artifact, $150,000. Left Hand of Hades, Sculpture, $240,000. Portrait of Megina, Painting, $500,000. Interesting. Okay, and now the security room. KB security, security guard office. Wow, this is something else. For a security guard office, it sure doesn't feel very secure. It is a little, cluttered. KB security guard. Uh-oh, I just remembered. Larry might be. Hey, Nick, what's up? Oh, god damn it. But he is here. Yo, how's it hanging, dude? You got my sweet little Maya with you, too. Hi, Larry. Here, I was working my fingers to the bone. And in walks an angel. I got no problems with a daytime date. It's all good. No, that's not what we're here for. We're investigating the Bullard murder case. And stop hitting on my assistant. Huh? Oh yeah, that's right. You're a lawyer, aren't you? No shit, Sherlock. He's so hopelessly clueless. Well, if it's about the murder case, boy, have I got some good info for you. Really? What is it? Well, I don't mind sharing with my sweet little Maya. But Nick here's a different story. Hey! Why are you cutting me out of the loop? But Larry, I thought you two were old school buddies. That was then, this is now. God damn it, Butts. So, what's this good info you're talking about, Larry? Hey, I'm a guard, pro. I can't just give away information for free. He wants a bribe. I thought professionals were more, I don't know, honest. Can you talk to him, Maya? Larry, tell us already. What's the good info? Yeah, I like that. This kitten's got some claws. Okay, you really want to know? Yes. So tell me. Okay, so the thing is, Ronzo Light was an employee here. Yeah, so we heard. And naturally, since I'm a pro, I looked into his background. Follow me? Okay. Yes, you're a pro. I follow you. Go on. Well, 1 year ago, Ronzo Light was fired. Oh, he didn't quit. He was fired. Again, that's good. Godet's probably going to use that as ammo in court as far as motive is concerned. And there was no warning at all. It just happened all of a sudden. I know this is a small company, but I think that was pretty awful. I guess he must have done something bad to have gotten fired like that. Like maybe skipping out of work to go pick up hot chicks or something. You mean like what you're doing, but... No, that's just you. So, what's it like to be a part-time security guard? Let me tell you, it's tough. Well, you know me. I get by alright, I guess. First, I have to keep my eyes on those monitors all the time. Monitors? There's security cameras set in each room around the building. A surveillance camera. It's really hard. Sometimes I feel like my eyes are gonna fall out. Oh. And if I see something suspicious, I have to contact one of the teams. What teams? The security teams for this company. They're supposedly the best in the business. But I'm no amateur either, so if it's something small, I don't bother calling them. So in other words, you basically watch TV screens all day. Right? I know. I think early on in one of my first in the first game, I had pointed out how much Larry looked like Kaido. And even again, Kaido is kind of a nitwit, but he is nowhere near Larry Butt's level. You were in this office when the murder took place, weren't you? Why do you say that? This is just a part-time job for me, and I can't operate the equipment, and I'm dumb. Well, yeah, we knew that last part. Even if it's part-time and you are dumb, you're still in charge of security here. Hey, give me a break. Don't try to pin the whole thing on me. That's not fair, Nick. Huh? I don't think you can expect someone like him to take any responsibility. No, I don't think we can. Anyway, the point is, you were here that night, right? Oh. Right, right. Probably not dumb, more naive, perhaps. And yeah, a tendency to act first and think later. Oh no, I knew something smelled bad, and it was the butts after all. Well, it's like I always say. That was then, and this is now, okay? Looks like I'm gonna have to break his psych locks after all. Shit. I don't know if we... Let me see, have we found enough information yet to... Okay, let's give it a shot, at least. Alright, on the night of the crime, were you working hard like you were supposed to? What? Huh? Of course I was. Why wouldn't I have been? But didn't you sneak out of work just yesterday to go see Ms. Delight? But that was that, and this is this. Is there any chance you snuck out of work last night as well? Never, I didn't sneak out. Tell you what, I'll even bet you $1. Ooh, a whole $1. Jeez. $1. Wow, now that's confidence. What's with that drenched in the rain puppy look on your face? Do you even have evidence that I left my position, or are you just pulling my chain? The evidence that Larry wasn't manning his station when the murder happened. He said that was... He said he found the wallet around that time, right? Which means he wasn't here in the, in the security office. Shit, no. Hit the wrong thing. This wallet. You know about this, right? I've never seen it before. Oh, but you were the one who gave it to us. Liar, you hand-delivered this wallet to Miss Delight just yesterday. Give me a break. You can't expect me to remember every little thing that happens. Well, I do expect you to remember something that happened just yesterday. What time was it when you found this wallet? I guess it was around 1 in the morning on the first floor of our company building. 1 o'clock in the morning. That's right. In other words, Larry, at the time of the murder, you were away from the security guard office. Ah! Yeah, but there's something you didn't think about. What's that? My shift that day didn't start until 10 p.m. The murder might have snuck in before then. What do you mean by that? If the murder snuck in before 10 p.m., then it wasn't my fault. It was the fault of the guy whose shift was before mine. Why do I have the feeling that he still doesn't get the seriousness of this? Listen up, Larry. We know beyond a shadow of a doubt that the killer snuck into the CEO's office after 10 p.m. during your shift. And that would be... Yes, the key card. It was used at 1 a.m. Larry, when you use this key card, does it leave a record? It did the nighttime announcement play. Yeah, it does, but I can't show the record to just anyone, you know. That keycard data was already made public in the trial today. What? I didn't know that. Any kind of request for info like that's supposed to go through me. Boy, does that sound a bit arrogant, coming from a part-time guard. Anyway, according to the data, the door of the CEO's office was open with this card. Furthermore, it was most definitely used at 1 a.m., the time of the murder. No way! Yes, someone used this to get into the CEO's office. That happened at 1 a.m. on the night of the crime, right in the middle of your shift. Ooh, Larry. Larry, you can't duck your responsibility this time. No! Oh, I knew it. It's all my fault. Sure is. It's my fault the boss was killed. My fault! No, maybe it is his fault for hiring such an incompetent security guard for himself. Larry, there's nothing I could do. I have important issues to deal with too, man. Yeah, like getting tail, apparently. What happened that night, anyway? Oh, my Donna happened. Oh, yep, yep. What did I just say? Huh? Your Donna? I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, my Donna called and said I have to talk to you right away. So I went to see her, and he was standing right there next to her. Who was? Her new boyfriend! It was like some horrible joke! Before I knew what was going on, the guy socked me right in the kisser. Normally, I'm the one that does the punching, isn't that right, Maya? Yeah. So, is that why you left the security guard office? I'm sorry, it's all my fault. How can I ever make up for it, Nick? What can I do? What? He's curled up on the floor, crying like a baby. Oh, butts. Oh, boy. Nick! Is there anything I can do? Anything, just name it. I'll do whatever I have to do to make up for it. I swear I will. Larry. Hey, Nick, as long as he's offering, why don't you show him the evidence we got? She's right. Maybe we'll get at least one bit of useful information from him. Nick! Oh, dear. Anything we need to show? One thing I am curious is the, is that alarm button. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room, right? That's right. Just like my heart's connected to yours, Maya. Huh? Go ahead, Maya. Press the buzzer in your heart. I promise I'll come running to your rescue like the professional guard I am. Wow, that was pretty good. Thanks. I try. Maya, don't be impressed by him. Please. Maya, you can do a lot better than him. Do you think you could tell us about the buzzer now? Yes, please. Please tell us. Okay, I guess so. Prepare to be wowed. Okay. I accidentally pressed the buzzer earlier. Yeah, I heard it. So that was you, huh? You heard it and you didn't do shit. Oh, again, worst guard ever. You're a security guard, aren't you? Why didn't you come to the CEO's office? Well, this is the 3rd floor of the basement. The CEO's office is on the 1st floor. I thought it'd be a good idea to adopt a wait-and-see approach. Oh, butts. Plus, there's a police detective here, right? I just didn't think it was necessary. It's as if he's trying to win an award for the laziest person on the planet. Let's get back to talking about the night of the murder, okay? Is it true the buzzer didn't go off that night? There must be a record, right? You must have had a look at it, right? Of course I did! And I couldn't possibly have made a mistake, either. Do you think you could take just one more look from me? Pretty please? Oh, okay. I just can't say no to you, Maya. Well, I'm glad at least Maya has him eaten out of the palm of her hand. What do you think, Nick? He's probably right. I don't think even Larry could make a... You had to jinx it, didn't you, Phoenix? Good God. Well, what is it? What's wrong? I made a mistake. That's news. Huh? But how? Can't be. It's impossible. Okay, enough already. What about the records? That night, it went off just once, in the morning, around 1 a.m. So he did press the alarm. 1 a.m. That's when the murder happened. Really? Are you serious? That's terrible. It can't be. But Kane's fingerprints weren't on the button. And why would the killer sound the alarm though? You guys have really made me reflect on the way I've been living. But the only problem is, with all this reflecting, where's the time for love? Frankly, I think reflecting's a bit overrated, you know? No, they didn't, Coolio. That was... Yeah, it's strange that they never did that again. The little bit in, Case 5 of the first game, where that had us, dust for prints, I know that was added to the DS version. It wasn't in the original Japanese Game Boy Advance version of it. And it was pretty much there to take advantage of some of the DS features. The microphone in that case, where you would use the touchpad to spread powder and then blow into the mic. It's kind of unfortunate they never did that again in any of the later games, though. I should go back and replay Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice. I don't recall if those games did it. What are you going on about, Larry? Plus, do you honestly have any new info on the buzzer record? Huh? The record? No, nothing at all. This guy reflects about as much as a piece of black carpeting. I think you know about how much I want. I think you know how much I want to help you guys, but I really don't know what to say about that. What is it, Nick? It's just he seems so, I don't know, pleasant. The buzzer in the CEO's office is directly connected to this room. Oh, okay, this is... Okay, same dialogue. Okay, anything else we need to... Let's take a look around. Some of the crap in the office. Something's written on the poster in fine print. A guard's 5 commandments. Wow, this sounds serious. Let me see what it says. 1. Obey thy superior. 2. Respect thy superior. 3. Smile at thy superior. 4. Salute thy superior. 5. Buy donuts for thy superior upon command. It's signed, Wendy Oldbag, head supervisor. Oh boy. Don't tell me she's gonna show up now. She's one tough old bird, let me tell you. Yeah, we've had our run-ins with her. Cross her and you come face to face with a real genuine ray gun. Yeah, sounds scary, alright. Well, fortunately, she's on vacation. That's why I'm so relaxed right now. Ah, I see. That's my partner's seat. Your partner? Well, that's what I call her. She's my superior, actually. Kind of a weird old lady. There's tea spilled all over that machine, you know. Oh, don't worry about it. Just the other day, I spilled some chocolate milk on mine. Still works fine, more or less. They really know how to build them, I guess. Uh-huh. Hey, Larry, that's your jacket, isn't it? That's right. Did you know you hung it right on top of some kind of lever? Yeah, sure. I was told to never ever touch that lever. She scowled and huffed at me. Something terrible will happen if you do. Got it, Greenhorn? So why hang your jacket on such an important lever? Because it got me curious. If the jacket's weight pulls the lever down, that's what they call an accident. Doesn't the suspense just kill you? Don't you want to know what'll happen, huh? It's true. It's killing me too. What about you, Nick? Oh dear. Yeah, but for a different reason. Now, I thought... Now, let me... Oh, maybe... Okay, maybe it's at the end credits. You see, examining these things of Wendy's, of old bags, and as well as her back in Ron's apartment, we saw her her helmet that was supposed to unlock an achievement called "Smells Like Old Bag." Maybe we have to get there to after examining this to actually get that. Wow, take a look at these things here. Hey, Larry, what are they? Did you say, Hey, man, it's not like I have to know what they are to do my job. I always thought they were just some kind of decoration or something. I don't want to know what smells like old bag. Yeah, good point. Oh, boy. How did this guy ever get a job here anyway? Those screens there show what's going on all over the building, everywhere. And it's my job to keep a steady eye on them. All of them. I wouldn't sound so smug if I were you. Can you watch regular TV on these too? If anyone would sit here and watch TV instead of working, it's Larry. Hey, Maya, I'm a pro, okay? Besides, you can't get regular TV on it. And how do you know that, Larry? Because that was my first... that was my first bit of investigation, if you know what I mean. I know what you're thinking. It was a professional investigation, alright? Uh-huh. Sure it was. That's my workstation. Pretty cool, huh? I keep steady on the monitors and use that mic for communicating. Look at all this equipment. Must be hard to operate. No biggie. I think there's an instruction manual somewhere in this room. Somewhere? Instruction manual? What are you gonna do in an emergency? Well, I guess I'd start by calmly looking for the instruction manual. During that time, my partner, the old lady, would calmly look for reading glasses. That's what us security professionals call teamwork. Yes, even Maya and Pearls could run this place better. Right? Butts and Old Bag, the ultimate team. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, there it is. Okay, so are we done here? Okay, I think so. The treasures of Crane exhibit, it's all ruined now. Maya, aw. I'm sorry, it's just so sad. This was our big chance for everyone to learn about spirit channeling. Maybe I can cheer her up somehow. Well, now that we got the sacred urn back, maybe they can reopen it. Really? Sure, maybe we can label it the Urn of Mask to Mask Desires. That would probably attract a lot of attention. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! That's brilliant, Nick! We could clean it up and be filthy. We could clean up and be filthy rich. Woohoo! Wow, that was surprisingly easy. I don't know if there's anything here we need to necessarily examine. So let's check out the basement. Oh, it's you, Mr. Wright. Hi, Adrian. Ms. Anders. What's she still hanging around down here for? So how's it going? What about the sacred urn? The urn? Oh, that. It's been taken care of already. What do you mean, oh, that? Taken care of? Do you mean it's been found? Yep. Yes. It was brought in during the trial today. Wow, really? You really are the greatest, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright had nothing to do with it. It was Mask to Mask's wife that found it. Well, anyway, I'm so relieved. Just as long as you're not beating yourself up over what happened anymore. I just heard all about it on the news. So that detective was actually the thief all along? Looks that way right now. It's my fault. I'm the one who ended up hiring to mask guard the treasures. Again, it's not your fault. You didn't know. Don't blame yourself. You were just doing your job. Hey, Nick, if she wants to apologize, you should let her. So, when was it that you hired Detective Atme again? About 20 days ago. Almost 3 weeks, huh? And when was it that Mask to Mask's calling card arrived? That was about 10 days ago. So he sent a calling card to the very place he was hired to guard. I guess that's it then. Detective Atme must have really wanted the sacred urn after all. I guess so. What? So Mask to Mask murdered someone as well? Well, that's how things look right now. Yes, but I thought that he was here stealing the urn at the time. Well, we're talking about a criminal mastermind, so anything's possible. Nick, let's get down to business already. On the night of the theft, did you notice anything suspicious about Detective Atme? No, I couldn't have. Oh? After all, he was hidden the entire time. I never even got a glimpse of him. Really? He claims that's the way he always operates. That's just what he says so he can have an alibi while he commits the thefts himself. Yeah, he was caught in the crime scene photo dressed up as Mask to Mask pretty well. I'm so glad you got your sacred urn back. Yes, but there's still something that bothers me about it. What is it? I'm not exactly sure, but somehow the urn that came back seems different. Really? You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Miss Anders? No, I don't know anything. Why would I? Oh, no. Adrian, hun, please, not again. Not again, Adrian. What do you think this means, Nick? It means the person that holds the secret to the mystery of the sacred urn is our very own Miss Andrews. We also need to check out... We also need to head back to the detention center and see Ron. I already told you it's not me. A sad, pitiful whine that tapers into silence. Sounds like they're interrogating Mr. Delight right now. Man, and we don't have enough time as it is. Yeah, well, guess the police are going crazy just like we are. Yesterday they thought he was just a thief. Now they got a murder case on their hands. Guess you're right. That guard over there looks a bit on edge, too. Come on, we'll just have to come back later. Okay, let's go check out some other place, Nick. Do we... Where else do we need to go? Where else have we not checked out? This place is literally crawling with cops. What do you expect? Now that they know he was actually Mask to Mask. This must be incredibly embarrassing for them, don't you think? Yeah, I guess they're trying to make up for it by tearing the place apart. Hey, I just noticed. Gumshoe's nowhere to be seen. Well, he is a homicide detective. Wait a sec. Okay. He's probably working on another murder case. Well, he is actually over at the security place. But wasn't he in charge of the Mask to Mask investigation all the way up until yesterday? Well, a murder case is a lot more exciting, isn't it? He'd say something like, "There's nothing like a good murder case, pal." Points for the quality of the impression, but I'm not sure Gumshoe has bloodlust, Maya. Nothing here we can examine? Guess not. So Ron received a blackmail letter, huh? Do you think Miss Delight knows about this? Well, if she did, I don't think she would have been smiling like that. I wonder if we should tell her about it. I think it'd be smarter if we didn't. Whole bunch of stuff piled up over here. Where are those rolls of paper stuck in the trash can? Theft of the Mazarin Stone, the Great Albatross Strategy. Theft of the Immortal Goddess Statue, the Great Knuckle Bomber Strategy. Did the police even investigate this place? Police took a look at all that, you know. Really? Did they say anything? They said it wasn't important. Oh? Don't worry about it. After all, my Ronnie's just an amateur. Amateur or not, this is cool. Knuckle Bomber? How cool is that? Nick, it's a torpedo! It's hard to believe, but it sure looks real. Where could he have picked up something like this? Please don't say that as if torpedoes are things people just leave laying around. It's Mask to Mask. There's a tape recorder hanging from his neck. Let me see that. Ha 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 ha! I'll be taking this crown now. Better luck next time, gentlemen. Ha 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 ha! Ronnie used to say that a happy laugh is the lifeblood of a thief. Well, that certainly is a happy-sounding laugh, all right. Yes, and laughing isn't as easy as it sounds. The harder you try, the more fake it sounds. Yeah, Mr. Delight really works hard at his craft, huh? Oh, that's so cute. That's a hot air balloon, you know. Wow, there's no fooling you. I want to make my own balloon now. I'll even let you ride in it, Nick. That emblem on the balloon is supposed to be top secret. This could convince the courts that Ron Delight is Mask to Mask. I better not tell Maya. She gets kind of scary when it comes to celebrities. There are a bunch of books lying here. They're all romantic-sounding novels about famous heists and fantastic thieves. Wow, look at all the bookmarks and notes stuck to them. Let's see. Note, must remember this thief's way of laughing. Very useful. Note, a calling card is an important part of any good thief's modus operandi. It was always Ronnie's dream to become a thief. Well, I guess you can chalk that one down as fulfilled. I wonder why Mr. Delight never talked to his wife about it. Yeah, well, I think she deserves some of the blame for not bringing it up either. Okay, did I get everything now in this, investigation? I think... Let me see. Detective Gumshoe, tell us more about Mr. Shane Bluebard. She again mangles the name. That's Kane Bullard, not Shane Bluebard, pal. Oh yeah, the victim in this case just doesn't make much of an impression on me. Well, you were the victim up until Mr. Bullard was found dead. Yeah, and his body wasn't discovered until this morning. Anyway, we don't have enough information yet. Can you help us out? Sorry, I'm actually a little confused myself. For some reason, I'm just blabbing like an idiot right now. Okay, Nick, now's our chance to get more info about the victim, so hurry up and ask. About this blackmail letter. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about it too, pal. Why would King Bullard have been blackmailing Ron Delight anyway? Well, Mr. Delight used to work at KB Security, right? But what was it that made him quit? Nick, that's it. Maybe that's the same reason he's being blackmailed. Well, I'm in the middle of investigating that right now. Oh, alright. So how about this? Huh? What's that? Hey, wait a minute, Maya. What's wrong? We copied that data without permission. Don't show it to him. He might get mad at us. So, what are you two whispering about? It's nothing. Just my billfold. It's a pretty thick billfold you got there, pal. Now I really want you to show it to me. Can you tell us some more about Mr. Bullard? He was the CEO of KB Security, right? What kind of company was it, anyway? Well, the company's basically sends security teams out to buildings to guard them. Mr. Bullard must have had the chance to learn a lot of secrets doing this kind of work. Oh? And I don't know how to put this, but the guy was kind of a money grubber. Really? Me too. I just love money. Can't ever get enough. Please stop leaning in towards me like that. You aren't getting to my wallet. Anyway, it looks like he did some pretty shifty stuff to earn his millions. Oh? So that's my problem. I need to be shiftier. Let me go already. Anyway, he was involved in selling trade secrets between rival companies. Oh. Oh, that's pretty dirty and underhanded. Yeah. Oh, KB Security used to head security operations against Mask to Mask. They did? What? Really? Yeah, and after screwing up so many times, the company's reputation really took a nosedive. So it really was Bullard who sent Ron the blackmail letter, huh? Okay, I think now we can head back. Mr. Wright! Mr. Delight. Did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. Mr. Delight, you've lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see... On the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store, a blackmail letter you got summoned you to KB Security to hand over some money. And then, That's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron to light, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Okay. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you're mask to mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. But listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB Security at the time. So then the person dressed as Mask to Mask in this photo, it's got to be Detective Atme. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor. You went to KB Security, right? Yes, I went to KB Security at the time the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Oh. Okay, this is a new development. Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. No, it was probably the killer. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe. Yes, that's right. Ron. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what'd you do after that? Well, I got out of there for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Kind of does, now that he's admitting that he tampered with the body. That's not going to be a good look on him. Please don't say that. Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago you were forced to quit KB Security? How did you... I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Whew, thank goodness. No, But I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Desi would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Oh. Except being a thief. At least that's what I thought anyway. So he became masked and masked for Desiree, huh? What if... Phoenix mentioned that paid note to the security guard in the background here. Is that supposed to be Ron? And if so... Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Masked and Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right. I get a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Masked and Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo, is this you, Mr. Delight? That's right. Nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat. But as you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Masked and Mask disguise. That's interesting. Yes, and I hear he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days later after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. Oh? Blackmail letters? You got them starting when? Tell me more, now! Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. So was this not the first one? So, was this blackmail letter written by KB Security CEO, Kane Bullard? I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a keycard. And the blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security. Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter, then. This blackmail letter, is this the first one that you got? No, of course not. But this is the first one that's ever called me to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after the incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Eminon heist. In that first letter, it said, "I know you did it." So someone found out about your true identity, just like that? Well, it's not easy being a master thief, you know. I got proof it was you, so give up, it went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a sec. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box the letter specified, someone sent me $10,000. 10,000. Wait. Oh, no, wait. Tear of Eminon says 100,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? What do you mean? What are these plans you're talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or a painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean the one who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Was that at me who was sending these to him? It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. So Ron Delight was Mask to Mask after all. But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. Again, I'll bet it was at me, wasn't it? Or was it Kane Bullard? That's gonna be the million-dollar question, isn't it? All I had to do was deposit the treasures I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. Could you try not to look so gleeful about it? So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, you see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. You haven't? All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you just told me the truth? Yes. But please don't tell Desi, okay? From Damask's second heist on, he was stealing as directed by blackmail letters. Ron, before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. I see. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I see. But then, did he steal the urn then? Because, again, as we established, he couldn't have been in both places at the same time. I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. Guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. Mystic Maya! Hey, Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearls. So, what have you been up to this whole time? The sacred urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Korean Village to have it examined. And? What'd you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Phew, that's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? Those cute little pink splotches? They said it's paint, and they were put on the urn recently. That's what I thought. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. Okay. We'll go find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Okay. And I think I know where we need to go to check that out. Hi, Adrian. Oh, Pearl, how nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn. Yeah, Adrian is once again hiding something. We can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Okay. This box. There's something about that's been bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. Looks like there's some pink paint on it, too. And it's definitely the same color as the stuff on this urn. Right. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it's shaped oddly and it's shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be this odd shape is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Oh, that's the box the sacred urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. I'd say that was obvious. From like when we first examined the scene. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. And for more, I think we're going to have to grill Adrian one more time. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court yesterday. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be a fake. A fake. You're the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence the urn that was submitted at the trial was genuine? Yep. Sorry to break it to you, but the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the urn had been broken again. Did you say again? I see. So the urn was broken a second time. Only Adrian. Oh, but Adrian put it together the right way. Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know? Yeah. This poster. It was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time this photo was taken, the urn said, "I am" on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says Amy. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. Now, tell the truth. Oh, wait. Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like she's not going to give up that last psych lock so easily. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? Yep. Well, Miss Andrews? What is this supposed to mean? This urn has these pretty little pink paint splotches on it. And there's some in the box the urn was stored in, too. No matter how you look at it, the paint seems to be exactly the same, wouldn't you say? So, what does that prove? That the urn was dropped along with the box. That's when they both got paint on them. Are you with me so far? Yes. The rest of the story is obvious. This box was dropped right here in Lordly Taylor's basement warehouse. If I can prove that, it means the urn was broken here too. So can you prove that? Can you prove the box was dropped here in the basement warehouse? I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. There's pink paint splattered on the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. But there's an odd shape imprinted onto a part of the paint stain. Am I right? Yes. If you put this box on the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Alright. I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand, is it, Pearly? No, not at all. I know just how she feels. It happened about 2 weeks ago. Just after the poster photo was taken. The same day the urn arrived here. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. When I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed to the ground. I heard a terrible noise and thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. Aw, shit. The broken pieces of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock and let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure Maya understands. Well, I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Crane Village. So I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Amy. I didn't know how it was originally written. But any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Amy. Ooh. Burn, Pearl. Any sane person? Really? Oh, it's okay, Pearl. Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one's seen it since then. Broken and repaired by Adrian 2 weeks ago, then replaced in its box. Kept out of sight. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains.
If a bunch of babies made a phone call.
What are you doing? Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. I see. The Amy Faye statue. The first time we came down here, it was on the night the sacred urn was stolen. But, Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Was it because it was covered by the statue? Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime, at around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized the statue would be the perfect size for covering the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I see. Now it makes perfect sense. There's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. Right, and it was moved. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Anders? Oh, what? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then who was it? Who would have done it, and why? That's a good question. On the day before the theft, the statue is definitely closer to the door. Then the next day it was moved. But why? Very good. Very good question. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then why did another masked mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial's starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Okay. Well then, I'd say this, we made some good progress tonight. As much as I'd like to keep going, I think I'm not going to press my luck, and I think I'll just, I think I'll call it a stream here, and, next time we will finish, we'll finish up Chapter 2. So, thank you everyone for watching. Have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.